Joe Pugh, Fight Hub TV, Eddie Hearn, good press conference, London, Usyk AJ, finally on, opinions.
Great fight. I mean, last week in Jeddah was incredible. Steely head-to-heads. I mean, we've seen it with Usyk Joshua and with Canelo Triple G as well. It means a lot. You know, AJ can sometimes try and play it cool and, yeah, you know, are you desperate? He's desperate to win this fight. He's got to win this fight. We believe he's going to do it, and August 20th, we can't wait.
Only one more question from me. So, Joe Markowski's comments about DAZN kind of slapping you on the wrist, working with other promoters. Can we get you working with other promoters in the US and the UK?
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, ultimately, it always comes down to the deal. You know, and if the deal's right, everyone will always work. And you know, we've proved that we consistently make mega fights. I mean, we've got Canelo Golovkin and Usyk against AJ, you know, within a month of each other. So it's exciting times.
Cheers, Eddie.
Eddie, what's the mindset like of Andy Joshua? Obviously, he had that rematch with Andy Ruiz. Is he in a similar place as he was for that he was for this?
There was a different kind of performance required in that fight. You know, he needs to be ruthless here. He needs to be vicious. He's got to be smart. But that was a strict game plan that he followed for that fight, and he followed it down to a T. So that's what he's got to do in this fight: is listen, you know, execute the game plan, and I believe he'll be victorious.
So, with the addition of Robert Garcia in this camp, how much of an effect can he have in this period of time, and how long has AJ been actually working with him behind the scenes?
I mean, he's been talking and working with him since December, really, so he's had a long time with him. Obviously, now that the main part of the camp's taking place, there was a slight delay for promotional purposes, and I think it'll help AJ to get another, 3 or 4 weeks in camp with Robert. So they're gelling perfectly well, all very confident. There's a great spirit in the camp, and we believe he's going to be victorious.
Eddie, I saw online the rumours that you were selling a stake in Matchroom. Are the rumours true?
There's a lot of confidential discussions going on. Obviously, we've grown the business to extraordinary heights, and we lead towards an IPO in the future, and there's been a lot of people interested in taking a minority stake in the business to help us expedite our global growth, which is happening naturally but can happen a lot quicker, so we'll see. Oh, look at that, Jeff. Is that
You're a fan?
Is that real?
Yes, it is real.
I like it,
every time I wear something decent,
I
is it real?
actually like it.
You told me it was 50 quid.
I like it.
Mate, it's more than 50 quid, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Eddie, just want to get your thoughts on the television, broadcast rights of his fight. Seen some confusion as to whether or not it will be on DAZN, despite AJ's new deal. Can you kind of confirm or deny where things currently stand on the broadcast front?
This fight outside of the DAZN deal, the long-term DAZN deal, because the rights are owned by the site, effectively. So that will be negotiated separately. And that's going on at the moment. I think an announcement will be imminent, but it will come from them, not from us. We're not involved in those negotiations. We're aware of what's going on, but once a decision is made, there'll be an announcement.
I saw an interview from Andy Clark with Seconds Out where he said that he feels like the Saudis would prefer for it to be on Sky. What's your kind of thoughts, or what's your kind of head on that?
From
kind of the Saudis' point of view.
Who said it?
Andy Clark.
Commentator?
Yeah.
Oh.
He said that he'd heard it, so
Has he? Oh, well, if he's heard it, it must be spot on. You know, I mean, as well, don't forget AJ was signing with Sky. You know, so.
When do you think we'll get an announcement on the broadcast?
You'd have to speak to them. I mean, look, how long have we got to go? 7 weeks, 8 weeks? So it will be imminent, I believe. But you know, I'm sure that they'll want to do the right deal, and that's down to them how long it takes. But my guess is it will be fairly soon.
Have you seen AJ over these last couple of weeks? What have you made of his mindset? When you look at him, does he look like he's not just motivated, but almost like he's got a fire back in his blood?
Yeah, I think anyone that looks at a fighter and gives an opinion about how they're going to perform on the night is a little bit naive. I'd rather listen to him. And everything that I'm hearing is he's extremely hungry. There's a great spirit in the camp. Robert Garcia is doing a great job. By his own admissions, he just said it there. He went in there to try and box Oleksandr Usyk last time around. He's done that now, and he's realised it was a bad move. So he's got to adapt, and he's got to change, and he will. And he's got the arsenal to win this fight. He's just got to put it into play, listen to Robert, execute the game plan, and I believe he'll be victorious.
Just one final one, Eddie. What's kind of your thoughts on the reports coming out about who may be selling a stake in Matchroom?
There's a lot of confidential conversations going on. Look, I think everybody knows from the size of the business now and the growth that we're gearing up for an IPO, and ultimately at this point, sometimes you get a lot of people trying to take an interest in the business in a minority stake, which would help us maybe expedite a very aggressive growth policy that we have within the business. So we don't need to. If it benefits the business, if it expedites that growth, it's something we might look at, but no decision made.
So much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Up TV, and give us a follow online as well at Fight Up TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.